Johannesburg, South African President Jacob Zuma on Saturday, December 16, blamed infighting and perceived corruption for the troubles of the ANC party, which risks losing power for the first time since the end of apartheid. Zuma, whose reign has been marred by graft scandals, spoke at a party conference that will elect his successor as head of the African National Congress, though he will remain as head of state ahead of 2019 elections. The two front-runners in the divisive party leadership race are his ex-wife and former African Union head Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, and Deputy President Cyril Ramaphosa, a wealthy businessman. The 75-year-old Zuma said the party's poor local election results last year were a stark reminder that our people are not happy with the state of the ANC. He blamed the decline in support on perceptions in society that we are soft on corruption, selfing and arrogant. Petty squabbling that takes us nowhere needs to take a back seat, he said. Our people are frustrated when we spend more time fighting among ourselves instead of solving the daily challenges they experience. Factionalism has become the biggest threat to our movement. The ANC is still South Africa's biggest party by far, but the 54% it won in local elections last year was its worst poll result since the 1994 elections that marked the end of white minority rule. Elections loom. The Democratic Alliance and Economic Freedom Fighters opposition parties are both hoping to exploit the ANC's woes in the 2019 election, with one possible outcome being a coalition government. Soaring unemployment and government corruption have fueled frustration at the ANC among millions of poor black South Africans who face dire housing, inadequate education, and continuing racial inequality. The 5-day ANC meeting outside Johannesburg to elect a new leader is widely seen as a pivotal moment in the country's post-apartheid history. The battle between Dlamini Zuma, who is reportedly backed by Zuma, and Ramaphosa could even split the party. The conference started 7 hours late after an acrimonious dispute over which delegates will be qualified to vote. The day of the vote remains uncertain. Dlamini Zuma, 68, headed the African Union Commission until earlier this year and is a former Interior, Foreign Affairs and Health Minister. But her critics say she would pursue Zuma's failing economic and political policies, and would protect him from criminal prosecution over graft allegations. The couple had 4 children together before divorcing in 1998. Ramaphosa, 65, a former trade union leader, led the historic negotiations in the 1990s to end apartheid before launching a business career that made him one of the country's wealthiest men. He is often accused of failing to confront Zuma while serving as his deputy since 2014. His chances were lifted when Parliament Speaker Balcombet backed him to be the leader in an 11th-hour intervention. We publicly endorse Cyril. And we agree on how to approach the issue of maximizing unity, she said outside the conference hall late on Saturday. Sparse applause.